Okay guys, so got two coats done of the epoxy mastic, and that was a good enough kind of a quantity for that. So that I basically, when I left off, I was saying I think another litre would do the final coat, and it did. It was actually 1.1 litres when it was mixed, when it was thinned out. So now I'm on to the Gravitex coating, and this is the second coating of that. It gives it that real flat black. Now it's a different kind of black. It's a little bit ashy, whereas the kind of the real heavy gloss black that was on it was quite nice. This is kind of a little bit more boring, but it might just be a nicer finish overall. So you can see, second coat, you're still getting some reflective surface coming through in different areas. So that'll have to, let me see, is that, yeah, that's sort of a touch dry there. I'm a bit worried about that. See how it kind of dusts off a bit. I'm applying it with a gun, and I'm hoping that that flat finish is going to stay. Do you know what I mean? Or sorry, that it's getting enough on in each of these passes. If I take the gun and I kind of go right in at it, if it'll focus, if I take the gun and go right in, I can get a good amount of fill from it, and then I can come back and I get this kind of flat finish. As you can see, there is still little flecks of the shiny surface below coming through. So that's the second coat on, as I say. And there you can see where I've put in a little bit extra just to try and help do a bit of fill. I'm half tempted with I like this kind of flat finish that I'm getting. If I turn off the light, it'll make it a little bit better for you guys to see. I think if I move back here, so you're kind of seeing it there. I'm getting this kind of lovely flat finish. I quite like it. I also liked the gloss that was on it before. As I say, this coating is a kind of belts and braces type thing. I am half tempted to use the Schultz gun rather than using the gravity fed gun. They do say you can do either or with it, so you can put a Schultz gun straight into the bottle, or you can, if I just go over here, or you can use, they want a gravity fed, but I'm using a suction fed unit with quite a big nozzle on it and everything like that. What I might do tomorrow is I might try and for the next coats, I might try and ramp down the air pressure so that the particles are coming out a bit more clumpy. At the moment they're really kind of aerated, and that's why you're getting, I think, that kind of bits that can come off in your hand. Well, it's not really working there now, but you know what I mean. So it's quite possible that it's too aerated coming out there now. So I'll put on another coat tomorrow, and I'll just see if I can get that same finish but a little bit less aerated. The nice thing about this is with that flat finish, when I put on all of these shiny bits that are a bit dusty at the moment, it'll be really kind of a nice factory looking finish to it. Black shiny pieces against the matte black finish of underneath there. And I'd say it is all belt and braces at the moment. I did do the sills as well. They didn't get, these only got one coat really. And it does have that kind of, do you know what I mean? It's not, it doesn't feel like metal. It has that kind of rubbery feel to it. So maybe it's a sufficient depth to the coat. It's very hard to know how thick you want it, because you're not going to ever get it as thick as the factory Mercedes finish, which was, I'm going to say the factory Mercedes finish is at least 2 mil, 3 mil thick. You'll never get that. So it's hard to know if this is sufficient amount if I just keep on plugging at it, putting another 2 coats on as I'm going. But I'll see if I can get it that the air pressure's down and it's getting a little bit more out. All well and good. If I'm not, I'll just do another 2 coats as it is, and call it a day. I mean, the first coat I put on this was, what was it? It was a litre. It was, let's say, 1.6, 1.7 litres. First coat. Second coat was, let's say, 600 millilitres, something like that. Not nearly as much. But now, in saying that, the first coat, I was probably left with, out of that 1.7, 1.6 litres, I probably had 200 millilitres that I was just off doing, kind of overdoing certain areas just to, at the end, basically, just to use up what was left in it. So, yeah, look, I'll try and get another thick coat on in the morning. It's a bit of a pain cleaning the guns, the gun with this stuff, because it's so sticky and everything like that. So I was trying to get it all done today, but holding a litre of fluid over your head is starting to do my shoulder in. It's actually surprisingly challenging for such a small amount of weight. It does get very tiring very quick. Anyway, guys, I will probably leave it at that for the rest of the week, and I will give an update again on Tuesday. All right, guys, appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.